Good afternoon, everyone. So I had uploaded a video earlier on today, and the editing didn't go too well because I had to cut it short because of the amount of minutes that YouTube gives for short uploads. So I'm just gonna share this again. I was sharing regarding the woman at the well, John chapter 4, and I was just carrying on with the previous teaching that we had last week regarding not looking down at yourself at your lowest point, not looking down at yourself at your point of loneliness. So we have this lady, this woman at the well, and the Bible refers to her as the woman at the well. Like, there's no name attached to her apart from that, the woman at the well. No one knows her name. But the Bible records a great thing that she did after she had an encounter with Jesus Christ. She met Jesus at the well at a time that is so, unlikely, because in the middle of the day, right at noon, Jesus was sitting there because he was tired, and his disciples had gone away to look for food. So he was sitting there because he was tired, he was hungry, he was thirsty. And when he saw this woman coming to draw some water, and my guess is this woman came at this time because this time there's no one there. This time, who else was there? The Bible says it was her and Jesus. So it means that she went there at a time that she was not going to meet her criticizers, people who looked down on her, because this woman had lived a life that was not so good, like having 5 husbands. And if Jesus knew this background, and I'm sure the village or the town or the city where she lived, they knew this background. They knew her for having more than 3 husbands. They knew her for taking maybe other people's husbands. They knew her as a bad woman, a filthy woman, a prostitute, or all these names that are attached get attached to us. You go through stuff and you just decide, this is what I'm going to do to be able to feed my children, or this is what I'm going to do to be able to live. And then she ends up doing the wrong thing, and she ends up being branded, and now she has this dirty name on her face, and she doesn't want to encounter anyone. But whom does she encounter at the well? She encounters Jesus Christ, and Jesus speaks to her and tells her about himself, about his coming. So, this is a beautiful encounter, because at the end of this story, you find that this lady turns to an evangelist. She goes back to the village and is telling everyone, come and see a man who has told me